How you doing, sir?
I'm fine. Has Mr. Strickland has he spoken to his attorney yet?
No, he hasn't.
Okay. She's in a breakout room with another person, and as soon as she's done with that person, I'll put you in the breakout room with Mr. Strickland. So it'll be a few minutes, okay?
Okay, sir. I just want to let you know he's not consenting to do a video arraignment.
So what is he consenting to do?
I'm getting him his paper. Is there any paper clips or anything?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the court, sir.
I don't consent to the thing. I'm asking why they can't bring me court.
Okay, hold on. Does he want to speak to an attorney first?
Yeah, well, let's have him speak to an attorney first. You have to speak to an attorney. You have to.
Hold on. Mr. Strickland? Mr. Strickland, can you hear me?
I don't need an attorney.
This is the judge.
Okay, Mr. Strickland,
Open the door.
can you hear me?
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
you don't want to hear me.
Sir, can you hear me?
What?
Mr. Strickland, this is
All right.
Magistrate William Burden. Good morning. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you want to speak with an attorney?
Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name? Because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I am executive of the name entity. That's who you're talking to right now. Do you understand? I am the executor of the name entity. I demand to be released on my own recognizance. I have right here, Judge. You see this, Judge? And then I also have a UCC1 in the name entity. So y'all trying to run a lien on the name, that's illegal. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
You
I
tell
demand
me.
to be released on my own reconnaissance.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving into the mind-bending world of sovereign citizens, starting with a man who refuses a video arraignment, refuses a lawyer, and refuses reality. Within seconds, we're neck-deep in legal fantasy as he questions who the court is even addressing. This is more than confusion. This is a performance. And the curtain just went up.
I have a UCC1 here. I've laid claim to the name entity through the Secretary of State and the federal government. Here it is right here, the Secretary of State, just
Okay. Sir?
it's right here, Lincoln. To the flesh and blood and or the name entity. I'm trying to ask.
Sir, whether I'm talking to the flesh and blood or name entity, I'm talking to both of y'all at the same time. Do either of you want to speak to an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I don't consent to an attorney. I don't consent to be in no hearing.
Sir, I just asked you one question. I just need one answer.
And I don't consent.
Okay, I know that.
So who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man or the name entity?
I'm speaking to both of y'all. I'm speaking to both of y'all at the same time. How about that?
You can't.
Now, sir, I know you want me to release you.
Here it is.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Here.
Are you gonna let me talk? Sir?
Sir?
Are you gonna let me talk? I got some questions for you.
I'm here without consent.
Put the paperwork down,
I don't
sir.
consent to this.
I know you don't consent to this. You want the court to release you, is that correct?
Yeah.
Want to release you, the entity, or the person in the flesh? Which one?
Flesh and blood man. I own the entity, so it's going to be released anyway.
All right, now.
For UCC1, everything.
If you don't When I talk, you listen.
Ma'am.
If you don't want to talk to an attorney and you don't want to be arraigned today, we're going to put you over to tomorrow. You understand that?
So we already been through this. I am the executive of the account.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
All right, guys, now it gets surreal. Our defendant claims to be the executive of the name entity, waving around a UCC filing like it's a get-out-of-jail-free card. The judge, completely unfazed, and delivers one of the coldest burns in courtroom history. It's pure delusion versus legal authority, and it's not going well for the sovereign side.
Now calling case number 24W001656. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Shannon Phillips.
Hi,
Hi, can you state your name for the record, please?
Shannon Phillips.
Okay, thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. What I have here is a citation from May 27th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on E-Course Road at or near Harris Road with improper plates. It says that the plate did not come back to the vehicle that it was on. That is a misdemeanor with a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail, a $500 fine with court costs, or both. Do you understand all that?
No, I do not understand.
Okay. So let me clarify. When I ask if you understand, what I want to know is, do you know now what you are being charged with, whether or not you agree with it?
No, I do not agree with it. And I filed
Okay.
paperwork to the court
Yes.
expressing that.
Okay, and I'm cutting you off for a second because I'm not asking if you agree with it. I'm just asking. I have explained that you're being charged with having improper plates. Do you understand that that is what you are being charged with? Again, I'm not asking if you agree with it. I just want to make sure, because the purpose of this hearing is to determine whether or not you are competent to stand trial. That's part of it, at least. Do you know what you are being charged with now?
Yeah, I see it on the paper.
This next part, total breakdown. The sovereign tactics go into overdrive. He won't answer questions, won't recognize the court, and somehow thinks refusing to be arraigned will speed up his release. It's like arguing with gravity, pointless, loud, and doomed from the start. The judge finally shuts it down and pushes the circus to tomorrow.
You do have the right to remain silent because anything that you say out loud or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings. You do not have to disclose citizenship status to the court, but you do have the right to consult with an attorney to see if these proceedings would have any effect on your citizenship status. If that does not apply to you, then do not worry about it. So, do you wish to have the public defender speak on your behalf?
No.
Okay. In regards to the misdemeanor charge against you, how are you pleading at this time? Or are you standing mute?
Standing mute.
Okay. I am going to set this for a...
Ma'am,
Yes.
this has been long and drawn out since, May. I don't even have that vehicle anymore. Unfortunately, I've had to buy 2 vehicles since that vehicle. Not to mention how aggressive and threatening your officers was when they approached my vehicle. Not to mention they were pulling on my door yelling and screaming for me to get out, or they were going to.
Now we're in a new courtroom, new defendant, same old script. This time, it's a woman refusing to acknowledge the charges and dancing around every question with vague nonsense. The judge remains calm, but you can feel the temperature rising. It's the same sovereign routine, only delivered with a new voice and just as little logic.
I do have that video on my phone. However, because my laptop is not working, I have to use my phone.
Okay. Before you continue, couple of things. One, I will note that the officers are not court employees, so they are not the court's officers. What I am going to do, because it is the next step in this process, is set you for a pretrial. Okay? The purpose of the hearing today is to make sure that you know what you're being charged with and what the potential penalties are. The next step is a pretrial, which is where you will get to discuss with the judge more of what happened that day, and if you have evidence, then you can bring it up then. Your pretrial is being scheduled for November 27th.
Just a waste of time. 11/27.
Correct. This year, so that's 11/27/2024. That will be at 9 in the morning over Zoom before Judge Washington. Because of your appearance here today, I am recalling the bench warrant that issued for your arrest on October 9th. That bench warrant had issued because of failure to appear for a number of arraignment dates that were set.
But so I was there and I have proof of that as well. I was on the hearing. It did the same thing it was doing now, saying that the host was there and would let me in. But I sat there for over like 2 hours on the 9th and the 10th. And wasn't let inside the Zoom on either day.
Here comes the emotional appeal. She's claiming officer misconduct, referencing unrelated videos, and painting herself as the victim, all to distract from a simple plate violation, but the court isn't buying it. The judge explains the process, sets the pretrial, and recalls a bench warrant. It's a procedural win, despite all the noise.
I do have screenshots of that, so I'll present that as well.
Okay.
At the next hearing.
Okay. So, to be clear, the bench warrant is being recalled, so that is going away.
Thank you.
The court is setting a personal recognizance bond, so basically you're promising to appear for the next court date. Again, that's November 27th. I will note that sometimes, depending on the size of the docket, it can take a long time. And I think what was my arraignment docket last Wednesday took 3.5 hours. So it can take a long time. So long as you're seeing the message that the Zoom is still going on and that the host knows you're there and can let you in, then as much as it is not a whole lot of fun, you should wait. Okay? Okay. So, do you have any questions right now?
Not at the moment. I don't believe so, no.
Okay, thank you. So, your next court date again, November 27th, 2024, 9 in the morning over Zoom before Judge Washington.
Okay.
We're back again, and this time she's gone full character, declaring herself the natural woman and talking about universal law. The judge reminds her that contempt charges carry real consequences, but she's clearly not grounded in the real world. This is the tipping point where performance meets the real risk of jail time.
All right, the court will call the matter of the Township of Ypsilanti versus Shannon Phillips, 24W001656.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Leba on behalf of Ms. Phillips. Your Honor, when I did speak to Ms. Phillips yesterday, she advised me that she did not want to be represented by the Public Defender's Office. Ms. Phillips, could you state your name, ma'am?
Ms. Phillips, please state your name.
Yes. Shannon Phillips, the natural woman. On the
Okay,
record and for the record, and let the record reflect. Can you guys hear me? It's saying I have an unstable connection. Okay. Just making sure.
So on October 9th, defendant was found in contempt of court. So that still stands, ma'am. You can choose not to have counsel if you want, but you need to understand that you can get up to 90 days on the contempt of court matter. Do you understand that?
I do not understand any charges. I only understand universal law and the right to live in peace and to live as I intend to.
But given that she doesn't understand,
Was never let in, just like now. It, but I obviously, I guess it took a minute. You administering the trust without consent?
I'm not going to be.
I'm having a bad connection. It's going in
I'm
and out.
not
I'm
going to
not
be
hearing nothing you
releasing the
all are
public
saying.
defender's office from this case because I don't think she fully understands the consequences of her actions, and so she will continue to have the public defender.
I
Thank you,
don't
Your Honor.
need a public defender, Judge Washington.
Now she's refusing a lawyer like it's a badge of honor. But here's the thing, when you're this lost in fantasy law, the court isn't going to let you self-destruct. The judge steps in and makes the call for her own protection. It's a brutal reality check. You might think you know your rights, but in court, delusion isn't a defense.
Ma'am, I asked you a simple question and you did not answer the question in a way that makes me feel comfortable that you don't understand that you understand the laws of the state.
You all are speaking legalese. You all are speaking legalese. For me to say I understand the charges gives you all permission to administer the trust.
Okay.
I don't understand the charges.
Which is why you will not.
And I do not need counsel. I don't need representation.
Your request is denied, ma'am. You will have representation. All right. Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client wants to do?
Oh my goodness. This is...
The charges?
You cannot make me have an attorney.
Well, actually, I can, ma'am.
Like, this is insane.
Well, I don't think it's me that's being insane.
I can handle my own affairs. I don't need your public defender. All I'm trying to do is get the case settled. That's all. This has been going on for so long. A waste of time and money, honestly.
Mr. Barnett, is there an offer?
There is an offer for the civil infraction and expired plate.
Your Honor, I'd be happy to go into a break room with Ms. Phillips and explain that to her.
Right. I will let you do that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Traffic infractions are not a crime.
Finally, we reach the last stretch. The prosecutor offers a deal downgrade the criminal charge to a civil infraction. The judge nudges her toward reason, but it's anyone's guess if she take it. This is the moment that separates internet fantasy from real-world consequences. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
We'll recall the matter of Ypsilanti Township versus Shannon Phillips, case number 24W001656.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Assistant Public Defender Davy Leba on behalf of Ms. Phillips. Ms. Phillips, could you unmute and state your name, ma'am?
You have to unmute, ma'am.
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman.
Lebo, where are we with this, please?
Your Honor, I did have a discussion with Ms. Phillips. I did attempt to explain the importance of representation, why the court has asked that she have an attorney in this matter, as well as conveyed Mr. Barnett's offer. Ms. Phillips indicated to me that she still opposes having an attorney. Additionally, indicated to me that she is not, at this time, wanting to accept the offer of an expired plate.
Well, I think the offer was for a civil infraction of something different.
I believe was the civil plate infraction.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
It's improper plate.
What was the offer again, Mr. Barnett?
It was the civil infraction of having an expired plate.
All right, thank you. And not the criminal, not the
Correct.
criminal infraction. Okay. So, Ms. Phillips, that's correct. You're rejecting that offer.
The offer of what? He didn't offer anything.
Ms. Phillips, he just told you that he's offering.
Am I not hearing something?
He just told you that he's offering you the civil infraction of expired plate as opposed to the criminal offense of expired plate. One carries
Okay,
a,
but according to the Supreme Court, traffic infractions are not a crime. The people versus battle. So what criminal infraction? And I would just like for the case to be dismissed. One, because your who was it, Officer Hannah, and 3 more officers were surrounding my vehicle, pulling my door handles, threatening to pull me out of my vehicle.
Ms. Phillips, I'm going to advise.
I don't
that you
even
not
have the
discuss it
vehicle
further.
anymore.
Ms. Phillips, I'll take that as a rejection of the offer. What would
Okay,
your
so what's the
client
offer?
I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna
tell
keep
him
going in
anything.
circles with you, ma'am. Mr. Lebo?
Right, y'all just hate to hear the truth. Y'all just want to do what y'all want to do.
Ma'am, if you don't stop yelling out in court, you've already been held in contempt before. I'm gonna hold you in contempt and give you 10 days in jail. Do you understand? Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client would want to do?
I do not, Your Honor. I did have a discussion with her, but she did not convey to me a desire to participate in that conversation.
All right. Then if she's not telling you, I will set it for a trial date.
Ms. Phillips, Your Honor, I would perhaps ask the court to consider a competency referral.
Nothing is wrong with me, you all. I am perfectly fine. I can handle my own affairs. Nothing is wrong.